Canada just sent shockwaves through Washington. The Pentagon, long confident that Ottawa would always follow its lead, is suddenly staring at a decision that no one saw coming. Instead of America's prized F-35, Canada is now turning towards Sweden's Saab Gripen. A move that doesn't just challenge tradition, it questions decades of US-Canadian defense alignment. So what made Canada take such a bold step? What does this mean for NATO's air power balance? And most importantly, why is the Pentagon suddenly uneasy? Before we break it all down, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Skyjet Wings for more deep, original defense analysis. For years, Canada has been one of Washington's most loyal defense customers. From tanks to fighter jets, from surveillance systems to precision missiles, Ottawa's military shopping list has always had "Made in America" written all over it. So when the time came to replace its aging fleet of CF-18 Hornets, everyone, and I mean everyone, expected Ottawa to go straight for the F-35 Lightning II. But what came next, no one in the Pentagon had prepared for. Because this isn't just about buying a jet, it's about defying an entire system. But this time, something changed. Sweden's underdog fighter, the Gripen, didn't just enter the race, it rewrote the competition. Reports suggest that in multiple evaluation rounds, the Gripen outperformed its American rivals on several key criteria: efficiency, adaptability, and autonomy. And that's exactly what the Pentagon didn't expect. This wasn't just another arms deal. It was a statement about independence, cost, and strategic priorities. For decades, Canada's Royal Canadian Air Force has relied on the CF-18 Hornet, a trusted Cold War warrior. It served faithfully since the 1980s, from Arctic patrols to NATO deployments. But in the new era of hypersonic missiles, stealth drones, and AI-guided warfare, that Hornet has grown old. To prepare for the future, Ottawa launched the Future Fighter Capability Project, or FFCP, with one mission: replace those aging jets with an aircraft ready to defend the Arctic, support NATO, and deter modern threats. At first, the F-35 looked like a no-brainer. Sleek, stealthy, American, a perfect NATO match. But as Canada's evaluation deepened, cracks began to show. Mounting cost overruns, high maintenance demands, and heavy dependence on US systems began raising red flags in Ottawa. Then entered Sweden's Saab JS-39 Gripen, a jet that offered advanced technology, lower costs, and most importantly, complete national control. So why does Gripen suddenly make sense for Canada? It starts with cost efficiency. Each F-35 can cost anywhere between $80 to $100 million per jet, and that's before you add billions in long-term maintenance. The Gripen E, on the other hand, comes in around $60 million, with operating costs that are far lower, a critical factor for a country tasked with patrolling one of the largest airspaces in the world. Then comes ease of maintenance. The Gripen is built for real-world conditions, not pristine hangars. In Sweden, these jets can be refueled, rearmed, and relaunched in under 10 minutes, even from highways, with just a handful of ground crew. If you enjoy this video, like and subscribe Skyjet Wings for latest updates. For Canada's vast and frozen Arctic frontier, flexibility isn't luxury, it's survival. That's where the Gripen's true value shines. It offers full sovereign control. Unlike US jets, the Gripen doesn't come with American software locks or require Washington's approval to deploy its weapons. For the first time in decades, Canada could fly and fight without waiting for a green light from the Pentagon. And here's the twist. Despite not being American-made, the Gripen still speaks NATO's digital language. It integrates seamlessly with Link 16 communication systems and can fire AMRAAM and Meteor missiles, the same advanced munitions used by NATO air forces across Europe. That combination, independence plus interoperability, made the Gripen not just a cheaper option, but a strategically smarter one. So why would this rattle the Pentagon? Because this isn't about jets anymore, it's about influence. For decades, U.S. defense giants like Lockheed Martin have enjoyed near-total dominance inside NATO. From the UK to Italy, from Norway to Poland, nearly every Western nation's skies are patrolled by American-made aircraft. But the Gripen represents something entirely new: independence from U.S. defense hegemony. If Canada, one of Washington's closest and most reliable allies, can operate a Swedish jet successfully, it sends a dangerous message to the entire alliance. A message that says, you don't have to buy American to stay strong. And once that idea spreads, it's hard to contain. Smaller NATO members, Denmark, Finland, Romania, might start asking the same question. Do we really need to spend billions on the F-35 stealth systems when the Gripen offers 80% of the performance at nearly half the cost? That's the nightmare scenario for the Pentagon. A ripple of independence starting in Ottawa and spreading across NATO skies. That's what really worries Washington, the domino effect. Yes, the F-35 is stealthier. It's more data networked, more advanced in many ways, no question about that. But for Canada's unique mission profile, long Arctic patrols, quick maintenance, and brutal cold weather readiness, the Gripen's reliability starts to outweigh its lack of extreme stealth. And here's the real kicker. The Gripen's avionics and electronic warfare systems are world-class. Saab's Arexis EW suite can jam enemy radars, spoof incoming missiles, and even mask its radar signature, delivering near-stealth performance without the F-35's maintenance nightmares. So, the Pentagon's reaction? It wasn't just about losing a sale. It was about losing influence. For decades, U.S. defense strategy has relied on a simple equation. Keep allies equipped with American systems, and you keep them dependent. Every spare part, every software update, every weapons approval, all routes lead back to Washington. That's how influence works, not through force, but through supply chains. But if Canada, one of America's closest partners, starts sourcing jets and systems outside that U.S. defense umbrella, Washington's leverage begins to fade. And timing couldn't be worse, because Sweden, once proudly neutral, is now joining NATO, bringing with it a reputation for independent defense innovation. This decision by Ottawa? It echoes across NATO like a thunderclap. What happens when other nations realize they don't actually need U.S. permission to defend themselves? That's the question haunting Washington tonight. Let's not forget, fighter jet deals aren't just about airplanes. They're about jobs, technology, and industrial power. Saab's Gripen program offers local assembly and co-production. That means Canada's own aerospace industry could build, maintain, and upgrade its jets right at home. That's a massive contrast to the F-35, where manufacturing and critical systems remain tightly controlled inside the U.S. In simple terms, this gives Canada something it's never fully had before: technological sovereignty, access to source codes, full integration rights, and the ability to repair, upgrade, and even weaponize the Gripen without asking anyone's permission. Few realize just how crucial the Arctic is becoming. As climate change opens new sea routes, the Arctic Circle is fast turning into the world's next geopolitical hotspot. Russia has already expanded its presence there, building new bases, deploying missile systems, and stationing strategic bombers within striking distance of North America. And who sits right across that frozen frontier? Canada. To defend that massive icy expanse, you need an aircraft that can survive sub-zero temperatures, fly long-range patrols, and operate with minimal support infrastructure. And that is exactly where the Gripen thrives.
The Gripen E isn't just another fighter jet. It's built for the kind of battlefield Canada faces every day. Its cold weather optimization and short field takeoff ability make it the perfect guardian for Arctic defense, something the F-35 continues to struggle with thanks to its sensitive stealth coating and high maintenance demands. In essence, the Gripen doesn't just fit the politics, it fits the geography. Let's be honest, the Pentagon's fear was never that the Gripen would outperform the F-35 on paper. The real fear is deeper. It's about breaking a monopoly. The F-35 isn't only a weapon system, it's a global business empire. Over 3,000 jets planned across dozens of nations. A program designed to generate decades of revenue, spare part dependency, and strategic control. The moment a close ally like Canada starts to look elsewhere, that empire begins to crack. A successful Saab Gripen sale wouldn't just be a financial upset. It would signal a new philosophy in defense thinking, efficient, sovereign, and independent of American oversight. And that, more than anything, is what Washington does not want to see spreading among its closest allies. Sweden may not possess nuclear weapons, but its defense industry, from submarines to fighter jets, commands global respect. The Gripen embodies pure Scandinavian efficiency, low cost, high performance, and resilience by design. Canada's decision to embrace the Gripen marks a turning point in modern defense history. For decades, the Pentagon set the standards, from aircraft design to alliance strategy. But now, for the first time in generations, someone else might be rewriting the rules. Thanks for watching Skyjet Wings, where defense decisions meet global strategy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insight into the battles shaping tomorrow's world.